Okay, I have one more example here to do. I recorded it earlier today and it doesn't look like it's saved. So sorry about that, but we will get it done and posted for you guys. Alright, so this one is a little bit different looking than the ones that you've done so far. This one is going backwards, so it's giving you that expanded version of the identity, and you need to condense it. So first of all, we have to identify, is it sine or is it cosine? Well, remember we said for the cosine functions, the cosine identity, addition and subtraction identities were cosine, cosine, sine, sine. So that doesn't look like this one's going to be a cosine. And then for the sine functions, remember we said that they started and ended with sine. So it looks like to me this one is going to be a sine identity. So I'm going to go ahead and write the identity up here so we can follow along with it. So the sine identity said if we had, sine of A cosine of B minus sine of A. Nope. That's not right. This is where I always mess up on these. It's got to begin and end with sine. So cosine of A sine of B, and that's going to equal the sine of A, and then remember we said the signs are the same for sine. So the sine of A minus B. So let's label what A and B is going to be for this problem. If we have the sine of 5x, that must mean that A is equal to 5x. The cosine of 9x, so therefore B must be 9x. So instead of writing this expanded version, we want to write that in condensed form, which is going to be the sine of A minus B. So that's going to, for this problem, be the sine of A, which is 5x, minus B, which is 9x. And then that is all equal to negative 0.85. Alright. Now we can simplify inside those parentheses. So we have the sine of negative 4x equals negative 0.85. Okay. And then remember that identity. Let's look back at this identity. We have the identity that the sine of negative x equals negative sine of x. So let's use that identity here. And instead of writing the sine of negative 4x, we'll write the negative sine of 4x is equal to negative 0.85. Now we can go ahead and multiply both sides by negative 1, turn those into a positive, and then also let's do a u substitution. So we get u equals 4x. So now we have sine of u is equal to 0.85. I'll put a 0 up there just for fun. Okay, 0.85. Now let's solve for u. So u is going to equal the arc sine of 0.85. Okay. So on your calculator, go ahead and find what the arc sine of 0.85 is. And you should have 1.01599. All right, so all we want for this one is the smallest positive solution. So we only need one answer. We didn't end up with a negative. We're not going to end up with a negative when we divide by 4. So let's just keep that answer there and solve for x. So for x, plugging that back in for u, equals 1.01599. And divide both sides by 4. And that will give us our final solution for x, which is 0.253996. And there you go. That should get you through the rest of that assignment.